Hello, and welcome to another episode of Glory Stories. Today, I'm going to be answering some of the most asked questions I get about living in Mr. Ford here, about my month of living on the road, and actually a bunch more personal stuff. So, kind of ruthless on this Q&A, not going to lie. Let's get to it. Starting out with a strong one, Maddie Falk asks, how do you afford to travel so young? This is by far one of my favorite questions because so many people do it in so many different ways. I have a few different sources of income, but my main ones are number one, freelance work. I do freelance on the side, helps to pay for a lot. Number two, YouTube, what you're watching right now, is definitely my main source. And then throwing a brand deal in there, it helps so much. It's the best. I don't make a ton, but I make more than enough to live this lifestyle. And that's really more than I can ask for, so very thankful. Alexandra P. asks, what are struggles that only/mostly girls experience in van life? Oh, let me tell you. I love God, but why? Why can men pee in the woods and we cannot easily? You know, I do it all the time, but not easily. One of the most annoying things is just, I need to pee. Oh, it's raining. Oh, we're in a crowded area, but like there's a little green spot right there, but like I can't just turn around and go. I need to go walk into the woods, find a private spot, pop a squat. Oh, it's the worst. Another thing about being female and living on the road is that I feel like I need to be extra precautious about safety and just have bear spray with me, have pepper spray with me, have a knife, anything I can, just because I don't want to be parked somewhere and some guy thinks that it's okay to get into my car. You know what I mean? So I sleep next to bear spray and I have a pocket knife with me at all times. Yeah. Luis Glass asks, who are you voting for in the fall? Well, I'm going to spell something out for you really quick. I am Canadian. Unfortunately, Canadians cannot vote in the American election as much as I would love to. But if I could vote, I would be indeed voting for... I'm sorry I bleeped it out. I kind of like this job. Kind of want to keep this job and not get like destroyed in the comments. But you can take a guess of who I said if you want to. Drop it down there. Nona Ost asks, were your parents ever strict about traveling, coming from a girl with that problem? Oh, this is definitely a question. So whenever I first started traveling, I definitely had to have a few intense conversations with my parents because I will say that this isn't what they would have chosen for me. And so I had to have some pretty intense conversations with them, basically just being like, hey, I'm 20, I'm not asking for your money, and I would like to go traveling. And I'm an adult and I'm going to make this adult decision. I would love your blessing to do so, but I'm going to do it without it anyway. Which is kind of ruthless. Yeah. But I will say that, you know, we got through that little hump. We're doing really well. They're very supportive. They're actually coming to visit. So this is good. If you're young and still under their roof and financially dependent upon them, I do think you have to obey what they say. But if you are not financially dependent upon them and you are an adult, you got to make your adult decisions with respect and love and honor. Always. Ooh, B. Carlin 2024 asks, how's the American citizenship coming along? No sign yet. It's been in since 2022, so I'm definitely one of the longest people on the green card waiting list for sure. It's a long amount of time. Still hoping and praying I can get that soon. Syoban Harmonite says, tell us one crazy thing that has happened but hasn't made it on camera. Let's start with one of my first days doing van life. Finn and I decided to go on a hike and we were like, oh, let's just go on this hike to Mount Baldy. It'll be perfect. We started hiking around 6. Sun sets at around 9:30. Lots of time, right? Ends up being not one false peak, but 2 false peaks. So we had to summit 3 peaks in total. We get to the top, the sun is setting, golden hour, it's beautiful, and we just knew. We were smack dab in bear territory, and we had to get back to the vehicle. So we started going back, and it's dark. Like, sun has goneth down. We are stranded in the middle of a forest in bear country. And Finn's like, yeah, we need to start running. And I was like, okay. So we start running. I didn't think this was going to be that crazy of a hike. I'm actually wearing chacos and did not bring enough water. And we're just running down this, like, rocky road to get to my vehicle. Get to my car. I was filled with relief. Like, there was just relief in my heart after that one. So, Saya Ben Harmonite, thank you for asking this question. Don't worry, guys. This Q&A is not over. I'm just moving spots. Going to go for a little walk. Good job, Mr. Ford. You're killing it, my guy. This vehicle has treated me spectacular. I love my car. I love Mr. Ford. Mr. Ford is perfect. Mr. Ford is iconic. Mr. Ford is great. This is one of the first nice, warm, sunny days we've had in a while. You know what? I'm changing. Let's go. I'm ready for the sunshine. This is how I feel whenever I finally get sunshine after way too long. I just wanna... and like not get stung by a bee. Sophia Nimmons asks, period while car camping, question mark. Girl, I have a few thoughts about this one, but to start out, if you're a guy and you don't want to hear this, jump to this stage in the video. You can just skip right over there and you don't even have to hear this, but for the girls, I have a few thoughts. Number one, I've only been out here a month, so I've only had one period, and it wasn't actually that bad. It was like shockingly light. Probably I needed to eat some more protein or something, I don't know. And where we were at, we did have a porta potty. And so it worked out, but I think if I was to be on like a heavier flow like normal, I would just kind of be like, oh, I'm gonna go to somewhere that has more established bathrooms, like a parking lot that had bathrooms nearby or a campground or something. I would say you have to be willing to kind of rough it a little bit occasionally. It also greatly depends on your flow, and I don't know how, but I've been blessed with a light one, so that's great. Also, I've never used a menstrual cup. Kind of want to, have a feeling that would make my life easy. Also kind of terrified about it. Let's move on to the next question. Men, you can come back. Alicia N. Hall, love you, asks, what's the best and worst part about traveling full time? The best part is for sure just how real this life feels. Like, it's so easy in real life whenever I'm home to just get caught up in random stuff, like to meet with this person on Tuesday and I have to meet with this person on Friday, and then there's this and then there's that. But whenever you're out on van life, there's only a select few things you need to do. Have fun, part of the reason of why you're doing van life. Make money so that you can continue doing van life, and stay organized. You balance those, life feels so real. Like, I don't know how else to put that. The worst part about van life has to be comforts, like finding a shower, doing laundry, the minuscule details, they get to you eventually. Oh, wait, no. The worst part about van life, I just came up with it right now. The worst part about van life is organization. Like, for the life of me, little things will just fall into places that I do not know where they are. Whenever you're looking for like an hour for one small thing, that's the worst. Esther asked, why are you still single? You can go watch a video I made a few weeks ago for the answer to that one. I made a whole video, I unpacked everything, kind of just, guys, I just talked about my love life, not even gonna lie. You heard all about my love life, actually the unevents of my love life. So if you want to check that out, go over there. And for the rest of you guys, I think I'm going to end the video here. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this Q&A. If there was anything more you wanted me to answer or anything else, drop it in the comments. I would love to respond to you in the comments. And with that, Patreon members, you guys get videos a week early. Usually, I've been so bad. This video is not going up a week early. But I do pop photo dumps on there and some extra things. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. You guys, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.